What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. I hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So, Jay Prince has stepped into the Cameron and Mase and Shakur Stevenson drama because Jay Prince is Shakur Stevenson's manager. Shakur Stevenson, the boxer, is who I'm talking about, right? So, Jay Prince put up a graphic, a picture on Instagram of Shakur Stevenson's numbers that he did on ESPN versus Artem Haratunian. And he put up the viewership numbers. And he put up a caption. He says, "Numbers don't lie. Haters do. Let the haters say that he's boring and nobody wants to watch him. Sorry to tell you, it's just a select few of you haters. As you can see, there's proof that he has the #1 ratings in any fight on ESPN this year and the top 3 ratings since 2022. And to all of you haters who want to escalate that hate outside of the ring, I'm Shakur's manager and I handle all his business outside the ring. In other words, Cam and Mase, I will fade all his shots and take all bets." Signed, the Texas Dundada himself, Jay Prince. Now, got a lot to say about this. One, I don't think that Jay Prince should have inserted himself into this because Shakur can handle himself. And he's been handling himself quite well, in my opinion. Like, the man I'm going to say this about him. He been having smoke for everybody that got something crazy to say about him. Now, some of y'all might feel like that's the wrong approach. It's too immature. It's childish. Grow up. Stay off social media. But you got some people who really don't care. They will respond to anything anybody say. Anybody with a name say something about them, they will respond and will match the energy of that person and sometimes take it to a higher level if they feel like it's some disrespect on their way, right? I'm going to say this, though, about Shakur. He been saying stuff to folks' face, to their face. The reporter, he told the reporter, "I don't like you. You have the worst scorecard in boxing." I don't. And I gotta respect the dude who still sticks to his. He still sticks to what he says. Even when he sees people, he still keeps that same energy. I gotta respect it, right? So all of this happened because Cam and Mase, they got the "It Is What It Is" podcast. They talk about sports. The day after, or the weekend after Shakur Stevenson's fight against Artem Haratunian, they came out and they said the fight was boring. Now, I said it was a boring performance. Now, Shakur won easily. He won much easier than Frank Martin did because Haratunian took Frank Martin life or death. Now, and I like Frank a lot. The fight was entertaining, but he took Frank into deep waters, and Frank had to bite down on that mouthpiece to get the knockdown in the 12th round and secure the win. Shakur won much easier. But it wasn't exciting because Shakur wasn't throwing a whole bunch of combinations like that. It was times where he was making Artem Haratunian miss, and he wasn't always making him pay every single time he was making a miss. He could have let his hands go a little bit more and used his jab a little bit more, right? And because he didn't do it in certain spurts, it looked boring. I said the fight was boring too, right? But here's what I think happened. Shakur Stevenson knows that Cam and Mase have a history of clowning motherfuckers. They will clown the shit out of you. Like I'm talking, if they don't have a relationship with you, they will clown your ass to no end. Okay? I think about how they clowned Jermell Charlo for their fight against Canelo Alvarez. Now, I was pissed at Jermell for fighting, like just trying to survive and he was fighting not to get knocked out. But the way Cam and Mase clowned him out, I'm surprised I would be shocked if Jermell Charlo saw them and went and didn't try to choke the shit out of them as soon as he saw them. The way Cam and Mase was clowning him, like especially Cam, them Harlem motherfuckers. Now listen, I'm sorry, New York. I know I've heard Harlem motherfuckers take their disrespect to another level. They got an arrogance about them. They talk crazy. They take shit talking to another level. They don't got no filter. They just say whatever. And it can get a little wild at times, right? And that's how they be talking on the platform. And if they don't know you, they talk crazy. The way they talked about Jermell Charlo, again, I would be shocked if Jermell didn't try to knock both of them out as soon as he saw them, right? And so I think Shakur heard what Cam and Mason had to say, the clip. He didn't watch the whole show, but he heard that and said, "Oh, no, these motherfuckers talking shit." Now, they didn't get on him the way they got on Jermell. But I think Shakur, knowing they got a big audience and a big following, it's all hell no. They can convince people not to watch me. They can convince people to clown me even more. They got a voice to really get me clowned out even heavier. They got an arrogance and a bravado about them to where they would clown me to no end and try to just like go crazy on me and clown me like a goofy. And Shakur like, hold on, I'm not a fucking goofy. Let me respond. So Shakur responded to them saying he would whoop both of them. He'll whoop Cam and Mase. And I'm sorry to tell y'all, because a lot of y'all in denial. Shakur Stevenson would knock Mase and Cam both out in the same hour. He would. Mase not in shape, and he don't look like he can take no punch like that. I'm not saying he can't. He ain't taking no punch, even if you can take a punch. He ain't taking no punch from no boxer. This is a professional fighter. Whether he can knock dudes out in the ring or not, he knocking Cam and Mase out because they don't take boxers. They not boxers. They're not professional fighters. They're not used to taking punches from men who are trained to accurately punch you and get you the fuck up out of there and trained to hit you in all different spots and throw all different punches from different angles. He would knock both of them out within the same hour unless one of them happens to grab them or something or have a blade or switchblade or a steel chair or a baseball bat. If they don't got that, they done. I know some of y'all don't want to think. I know y'all think that Cam and Mase just got Harlem superpowers where they can overcome that. They can't. Even though Shakur has boring performances, he could put both of them to sleep if he really wanted to. I'm just, because y'all be getting it twisted. Boxers knocking dudes out. Shakur knocking me out. He knocking me the fuck out. Same way he knocking Mase and all of y'all watching, he knocking y'all out too. But anyway, right? But yeah, I feel like Shakur could have handled himself. He been handling himself. And I took Shakur's credit. He not just responding to Cam and Mase like this. He responding to everybody that's talking about him with the smoke. He clowning out Andre Berto, Marcus Brown. He clowning them out. And I ain't gonna lie, like again, when you talk about somebody, I called it a boring performance too. But I don't got the following that Cam and Mase them do. But when you talk about somebody, I said, if he would have saw my stuff and responded, if I talk about somebody, you got to deal with how they respond to you. You know, especially because Cam and Mase like to joke and clown on motherfuckers. And Shakur know that. So he got the right to respond however he want to respond. Y'all can call him sensitive if you want to, but he can respond however he want to respond, man. Now, some would say this is hypocritical coming from Jay Prince because he didn't have this energy with Kendrick Lamar for bullying his adoptive son, Aubrey Drake Graham, right? And I think he didn't do that because he need LA. He probably got a lot of business out there, and if he would have tried to come at Kendrick Lamar with that same energy he coming at Cam and Mase with, LA would all surround Kendrick and protect him and try to go in on Jay Prince. They would never let Jay Prince influence be used or be able to be utilized in LA. It's not happening, right? Now, I don't know if everybody willing to ride or die for Cam and Mase in New York like that, but I know they got a lot of respect. But for some reason, Jay Prince don't respect it. And he's saying, look, if you want some phase, and come my way. But I'm going to say this, though. In Cam and Mase's defense, they didn't threaten anything with violence. Shakur took it to that level when he felt like they disrespected him, right? But Shakur can handle himself, man. He been handling everybody else, and he been doing a fine job at it, man. And he been talking his shit. He called Mase out for having the transgender in the car with him, allegedly, like Pimp C said he was in the car with the boy, all of that. Hey, man, he can handle himself, and Jay Prince shouldn't have stepped in this. It wasn't going to go to that level anyway, to me.